I'm going to read an excerpt from Discipline with Dignity. Effective discipline does not come from the quick mastery of techniques or the implementation of a packaged method. Effective discipline comes from the heart and soul of the teacher. It comes from the belief that teaching students to take responsibility for their behaviour is as much the job of the teacher as teaching history or math, and more important than simply enforcing rules. It comes from the belief that most students do the best they can, many in what they feel is an adverse environment. Schools are in the business of teaching. It sounds simple enough. The issue arises when teachers disagree about what it is they're meant to teach. Some teachers will say that it's not their job to teach students how to behave, or how to regulate their emotions, or how to make friends, or what to do when they feel angry. However, if you don't teach them these important social skills at school, for some, how will they learn them? Especially those students whose lives out of school are full of chaos and confusion. The students whose only positive adult role model may be their teacher. If a student's learning is compromised because they don't know how to manage their emotions, then it is the teacher's job to reduce that barrier by providing whatever it is that the student needs. And this may mean explicit teaching of social skills for the particular needs of that student. As Danny Steele, an award-winning principal in Alabama, enthusiastically writes, "Great teachers understand the golden rule for educators. Teach every child the way you would want your own child to be taught." This video is part of a series addressing effective ways to deal with difficult student behaviour. And in this video, you'll learn what it is that students can learn when they misbehave and consider what it is that you would prefer them to learn. Many schools still operate just the way society operates, that is, with an emphasis on punitive responses to problem behaviour, forgetting that we're dealing with children and young people whose brains are not yet fully formed, who rely on us to teach them how to behave in just the same way they rely on us to teach them numeracy and literacy. Our students need guidance and understanding in social and emotional skills as much as they need effective teaching in maths and reading. My name's Mari Amaro, and I'm the Principal Presenter at The Highly Effective Teacher. I've been working with students and supporting teachers for over 30 years, and I'm passionate about helping teachers to improve their practice so that they learn to thrive in the teaching profession, so that they enjoy what they do. Improved teacher wellbeing and teacher practice means improved student wellbeing and better academic and social outcomes for all students. If you'd like to learn more about effective teacher practice and how to become a highly effective teacher, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you ring the bell so that you get notifications of all our videos. We put out 2 videos every week, so make sure you don't miss out on all the valuable content. And if you know anyone who would benefit from these videos, please share them with your colleagues, with friends, with family. Everybody knows a teacher or someone who works in a school. To me, effective teaching in social skills means doing whatever it takes to help a student to learn. And the important fact to remember is that children and young people are learning all the time. Whether you're teaching them explicitly or implicitly, you're always teaching values, principles, ways of behaving, and how to deal with emotions because of the way you interact with the children and young people in your care. And if you look at problem behaviour as a form of communication, and that the students who act in certain ways are using the only skills they have, then you may consider what they learn when schools use traditional or zero tolerance policies for certain types of behaviour. When students are excluded through the use of physical isolation, detention or suspension, they learn that they're not wanted, that they're powerless within the system, and they may develop helplessness manifested as withdrawal, aggression and power plays. They learn that adults can do whatever they like to children and young people. They learn that it's important not to get caught, and that they also learn that their poor behaviour is not their responsibility. It's kind of the opposite of what we want them to learn. On the other hand, when students are taught explicitly what they need to learn and given the opportunity to adopt new behaviours in a supportive and positive environment, they can learn to become accountable and take responsibility for their behaviour. Check out our videos on the value of circle time and how it can help students learn to take responsibility for their behaviour by having a voice and learning to listen to others. And also check out our video on how to help students learn to take responsibility for their behaviour. And the way to do that may not be what you first think. When students are taught to develop responsibility, they learn that what they have to say is important. They learn how to make decisions. They learn how to make choices and that there is more than one alternative, though sometimes they may not feel like that. They learn how to have a say in the way the school and the classroom operates, and they learn that they have power to choose what they do. By including a teaching and learning element in our behaviour management plan, we give students more options for what to do when they're overwhelmed or frustrated or angry. A well-functioning classroom will incorporate social and emotional learning because the teacher understands that students need those skills in order to learn. Developing a positive classroom climate will help all your students to learn more effectively, and it's a much more pleasant place for both you and for your student. If you'd like to learn how to build a positive classroom climate, check out our video on how to build a safe, predictable, consistent environment that supports you and your students. When teachers passionately embrace the job of teaching social skills, the student, the school, and the community all benefit through increased student academic and social achievement. Check out our other videos on how to deal with difficult student behaviour and see what you can learn and apply in your own setting. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and happy teaching.